Boxing fans were left stunned on March 2, 2025. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the WBA lightweight champion, faced off against Roach. The stage was set for a classic. Fans had high expectations and the atmosphere was electric. But what they got was controversy. The fight, held in New York City, ended in a majority draw. Now, draws are always tough pills to swallow. But this one left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. The 9th round was where it all went haywire. Davis, seemingly in control, took a knee. He stayed there for a beat, his team seemingly tending to his eye. Referee Steve Willis didn't initiate a count, no knockdown. The fight continued. This, my friends, is where the boxing world erupted. See, a knockdown would have cost Davis a point that on 2 of the judges' scorecards would have handed the victory to Roach. Instead, we were left with a draw. A draw that felt more like a loss for both fighters. Was it the right call? Was Davis legitimately compromised? Or was this a savvy move by a champion to save his title? The boxing world is still debating, and I guarantee you this is far from over. The controversy has only fueled more discussions and speculations. Gervonta Davis, never one to shy away from the spotlight, had an explanation. An interesting one, to say the least. He claimed that hair grease got into his eye. Not during the fight, mind you, but a few days prior. He said it was bothering him throughout the fight. According to Tank, the issue came to a head in the 9th. He needed it addressed, hence the knee. He leaned over the ropes, his team did their thing, and he carried on. Now, I'm no doctor, but I've been around boxing long enough to know that fighters will use any excuse in the book. Hair grease? Come on, man. Was Davis truly hampered? Or was this a convenient excuse for a questionable tactical move? Only Tank knows for sure. But one thing is certain, this explanation only added fuel to the already raging fire. Fans and critics alike are left to wonder. Was it a genuine issue or just a clever ruse? The debate continues, and the legend of Gervonta Davis grows ever more intriguing. In the end, whether it was hair grease or not, it's just another chapter in the unpredictable world of boxing. Roach, understandably, wasn't buying it. He felt cheated, robbed of his moment. The decision left him in disbelief, questioning the integrity of the sport he loves. And you know what? He might have a point. The fans were equally divided, some cheering, others booing. Roach argues that regardless of the reason, taking a knee should be a knockdown. It's a fundamental rule in boxing. Rules are rules, right? They exist to ensure fairness and clarity in the sport. He didn't mince words. He called out Davis, the referee, and the whole situation. He was vocal and unafraid to express his disappointment. He believes that if the fight had been scored correctly, he'd be walking around with the WBA belt around his waist. Roach's frustration is palpable. He trained hard for this moment. He fought his heart out only to be denied a clear victory by a controversial call. The pain of that moment still lingers. He deserves another shot at the title, a chance to prove himself once more. The boxing world needs a definitive answer. Only then can justice be truly served. The boxing world is buzzing. Everyone has an opinion. Even multi-division champion Terrence Crawford chimed in. He was as baffled as the rest of us. Crawford said he'd never seen a fighter take a knee like that without it being ruled a knockdown. The controversy has only intensified the calls for a rematch. Davis, never one to back down from a challenge, has already said he's game. Roach, hungry to prove himself, is more than ready. New York City, the scene of the controversial draw, seems like the perfect location for the rematch. The boxing gods demand it. Give the fans what they want. Let's run it back.